working breeds.
I'm good with that, yeah.
I second that.
Yeah.
All right, before you take a vote, I know someone wanted to, yeah.
We do have a speaker that wants to speak about the breeding
Okay.
side of it. Her name is Vera Clark. If you want to come on up here and state your name and address for the board.
Hi, my name is Vera Clark. I live at 1075 Wynn Street in Sanford. I'm originally from Germany. My favorite breeds are German Shepherd and Miniature Schnauzers. And I'm really glad that you all are animal lovers. I'm obsessed with animals. You already addressed the purpose for me wanting to speak. This is the new ordinance that was shocking to me when I was informed by Animal Services back in September, because I've been breeding now for 14 years miniature schnauzers of the rarest colors that existed back in the 1900s and then were extinct. I'm the one who brought them back, the colors, not accepted with AKC, but accepted with FCI, and my dogs are all over the world. I have 11 live cameras in my house with 9 million viewers watching the cameras from 170 countries. My dogs are everywhere, not just in the US. So showing dogs, for example, a white miniature schnauzer is not allowed to be shown at the AKC, but in all over the world, every country you can show a white miniature schnauzer. The showing as an option, I think, is difficult because I used to show, but I also brought home a lot of diseases from the shows. So I want to protect my dogs. I don't want to bring back sick animals from a show and then make my dogs at home sick too. I'm here because I was looking to find a loophole, either be exempt because I've been breeding for 14 years where I'm located on A zoning, 1.8 acres, never had a complaint with my neighbors. My dogs are always inside. Most of my dogs go to guardian families, come only for breeding, but the whelping is done at home with me because I'm a retired RN. I have the incubators, I have the vets, and before breeding, it's not just being AKC registered. Very important is to do now DNA health testing prior to breeding. I use UC Davis, I use IMBAG before any of the parents are being bred. It is very important that you don't just breed because it's a show dog. You want to have a genetic sound dog, not just for health, but for other back traits. You want to see if you really have a pure dog, or did somebody hang the AKC papers, you have fraudulent papers. Those are all things you can run into. So to me, I place on health and temperament. You can have the most beautiful looking dog, but you can have a cuckoo dog. So, the dog has to pass a temperament test too before I breed this dog, because temperament is genetic, hereditary too. So I've done a lot of research, and I work here locally with 5 veterinarians. I produce on average about 40 litters a year. Again, the dogs don't stay with me. They come only for breeding and for whelping. I have 8 full-time employees around the clock. So my dogs are never alone because my biggest fear is a house fire. What am I going to do? Every room in my house has a door to exit to the outside. So no matter where you walk, I have like 7 or 8 doors to open up so the dogs can go out in case of a fire and nobody has to walk through the house. Back to the ordinance, I do want to be exempt. And the betterment that I can prove for the fact that there are many magazines written, but all in Germany. In German, I have copies of them because I brought back lost colors that are, AKC will register those colors, but will not allow to show you those colors. And even if I had to go to the show, I'd rather move to Mexico somewhere, but I'm not going to expose my dog to illnesses. Vaccination is very important. If you find an ethical breeder and how you find a way for people not, you always find people who fall through the loophole or through the cracks because there are cheaters and there are liars out there. And especially in the doggy industry. Everybody's trying to make a killing, and who suffers, it's the dogs because they get exploited. My dogs have 3 to 4 litters, sometimes only 1, depends. Is she a good mommy? Does she love being a puppy? Having puppies. Some mommies go and steal other dogs' puppies because they want to be a mommy, so I need to breed her so she has babies too. But it's all about the love and passion. And if you have experience during your visit with breeders, you can tell whether it is for the passion and love of the breed. You kind of get a gut feeling. Or is it just for the money? I'd rather give my dogs, I've turned 20% of people down on my puppies because I have a long waiting list, try 2 years. And my dogs are all over the world, a waiting list. So I want to speak in general about not forcing the shows, because it's not really, I can show just because you demand it, and then I can still be a puppy mill. I don't believe in the shows. I think health certificate, puppy applications prior to giving your dog away, they have to fill a 16-page application out. I know all my clients. Every dog is microchipped. Every dog comes with a DNA test, so we know what's in the dog. Is the dog well? If the dog is not well, then we have homes. You don't sell him because you need 2 pounds for homes. Yeah, this is going crazy. I have 8 stents in my heart, and this is making my jitter. So I think I found the answer to why I came here. I want to work close with you all about the betterment of the breed versus looking for an exemption. Perhaps I can give you guidelines too, or ideas into some brainstorming. That's all I want to say. It's Miniature Schnauzers. My live cameras is what made the Schnauzers. They look like in a TV. They have televisions, they have rooms, no cage, no cameras. Those dogs are people. They're little people on 4 legs, and that's how we treat them. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'll go see if I can find
Shutting off. Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
All right, what do you know?
They knew it was coming.
Okay, so are there any other speakers?
She's the kind of breeder that you love. You're the kind of breeder person that somebody, like I always tell somebody, find somebody like you, because that's the kind of person you want to get a puppy from, yeah, so.
And that was my concern when it came up, is just we want to make sure we're not excluding someone that it, you know, we want them to be, you know, we don't want to put these rules and regulations on someone like you. And I think that was my biggest concern when it came to this, is how do we make sure that that doesn't happen? Because sometimes the consequences of writing certain language just blocks people out. So I think it would be great if we could work with her and see any other.
Be happy to. Because those people are wonderful. They've been in my house gazillion times because the cameras. They see something, somebody else, jealousy, they call SPCA to get me in trouble. But that's okay, I have nothing.
Alan, my suggestion is just to see what other concerns that we don't, you know, we want to make sure that we don't have consequences when there is a
She made a
breeder.
great argument. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, that's definitely, we need, maybe, it's tough.
She could probably help with those restrictions and regulations that are necessary to make sure that we have in that language.
If the board wishes for us to move without the show, we can, that's a look to you.
Well, she actually brought up something of providing DNA, right? I mean, I don't know if that's a replacement where we can show, because that's what it is, right? The betterment of the breed. So,
Yeah, we can add DNA. Oh, it is.
is it?
Oh, subsection 4, yeah.
Ma'am, are you also approved by the USDA? Do they come to your home and inspect?
Actually, I didn't want that, then I had a commercial license, and I don't like the terminology commercial, because I don't sell my dogs to pet stores. That's the only reason why. So I'm exempt from USDA, because I let people see their puppies before they take it home. Even if you fly in from Texas, they have a deposit down. I guarantee your money back if you don't like the puppy. Because you know why? My puppy deserves to be loved, and if you don't like it, you get your money back.
So you're saying USDA has an exception if you do not sell to pet stores?
The only time you need to have a license is sight unseen, but if they come to your house, the clients comes to your house, and they get to see the puppy first, then you are exempt.
Yeah.
Which
so-
is fine. It says if applicable, so in her case,
Right.
it wouldn't be applicable.
And like she said, and I hate to be like this, but like she said, anybody can take a dog to a show.
All right, I mean,
You know, doesn't mean.
Totally up to y'all.
Because it doesn't say you have to win or place or anything
Right.
like that, so, I know you guys work hard on this stuff, so we hate chipping away, but.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, I think if we dissolved subsection 3, that would probably be for the best. I mean, there's still a lot in there that you have to accomplish in order to,
I think that's a tough one too. Yeah, not everybody's gonna, you get an AKC dog, who's going to the, I try to tell everybody neuter and spay. Well, unless you're a breeder, you know what you're doing.
You're not registered with AKC, but you're registered with,
I am.
You
all
are.
my dogs AKC registered.
beautiful, then that solves
All
that.
of
Okay.
them, all of them, just not for show.
Okay, this-
Not compete.
That was probably during one of the fire alarm tests.
Yeah. Now, you could show an agility
Absolutely, yes.
with AKC.
Yes.
Okay.
But you know what? I don't want my dogs exposed to somebody else's dogs. I'm very protective. I'm an RN. I know how sick they are. Not everybody takes care of their dogs like I do. So,
you ready to pass it with?
So I look to y'all to give us, so it sounds like it was, I mean, y'all have to make the motion.
Actually, you want to make the motion to accept it with striking?
Yeah, if we can make the motion to accept this
Oh, wait, no, we-
with the
we have one
exemption.
more. Did you want public comment?
Yes. Could I please?
Yeah.
Carla Wilson, Winter Springs.